It's on.
Alright.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, Outside the Box with Lala. Today I have this amazing, wonderful girlfriend of mine, and she's going to be with me while we talk about certain topics. Now I'm telling you right now, the topic that we're talking about is very, very serious. So please, parents, if you have children in the room, you might have to move them. This topic is very emotional, but it's a serious topic and we must discuss about it. So, y'all ready? Because we're about to get into it. So, Charlie, how are you?
Good.
Oh, wait, let me
Introduce
her the right way. So, I know Charlie from a while ago. First of all, I know her mother, and I fell in love with her mother because she acts just like my mother. And then after I met Charlie, and then I can't get rid of her.
Excuse me?
No, she's really like my sister, and I'm so grateful and happy that she's actually with me, and we're talking about this serious topic because it needs to be discussed. It needs to be addressed, and I hope that you guys have an open mind and understand the message that we're trying to give you guys through this. Okay?
And what's that quote we do? No judgment zone?
Yes, this is a no judge zone. And I'm going to say it again. It is a no judge zone. So please have an open mind, and nobody is wrong or right about nothing. Okay? It's everybody's opinion, and we need to have an open mind and understand it.
And please, if you have any comments, comment below.
Yes.
We take any type of comments, good or bad.
Yes. I have to say that. Please comment and subscribe and share.
All right,
So, you want me to start?
yeah, we can start.
Okay, so I'm not sure if you guys know what's going on, but a couple weeks ago,
Yeah.
a couple weeks ago, it was I still don't know his name, but it was a gentleman, and he was 45 years old, and he literally took his life, and he was going to take his daughter's life with him. He called his wife first to tell her that he loved her. Yeah. He told his wife that he loved her and told her to take care of the other children, that he's going to take his one of his 5-year-old daughter to school. So he jumped. He jumped from it's a New York station. It's called King Bridge Road Station. He jumped. Yes. And he jumped out of
the platform.
Yeah, the platform, and tried to commit suicide with his daughter. You know, it was a tragedy, and it was very hurtful. Thank God that a good Samaritan came around and jumped and saved the little girl. But you guys have to look more into detail. When he was saving the little girl, Charlie, the little girl asked the person that what happened to my father, and the good Samaritan said, you know, we'll talk about that later. Just come on,
crawling,
like just keep crawling
don't look
like
back.
a puppy until you until you're saved. And it's just very hurtful, the whole situation. We don't know exactly what happened, but this man was ready to end his life. Not only that, but you know that his wife did not even know
what was going on.
Mm-hmm. She said,
and the Godfather also.
Yeah, yes. Also the Godfather
was involved, and he didn't know what was going on.
What's going on? And she said that, you know, he acted like everything was fine, and all of a sudden, you know, he wants to end his life. So it's a really sad situation. Charlie, how do you feel about it? How do you grasp all that?
Well, with that situation, like we discussed before, where I felt the fact that you don't know what people go through. You don't know what goes on behind closed doors. You don't know what goes on in people's life. You don't know, like, what was going in his mindset. Because even when he took his daughter, like, you don't know how, he's like, damn, if I leave, and if he would have committed suicide on his own, he'd be like, damn, who would take care of my daughter? Who would raise my daughter? Because because me, I'm a mother, and I felt like, okay, damn, he committed suicide and he took his child with him because he didn't want no one to. He didn't want to leave his child with no one. So he was like, look, instead of me leaving my child and then he had to worry or think about it or anything like that, he was like, look, I'm gonna take my life and I'm gonna take my daughter's life with me because I'm not leaving her behind. So you don't know what was going on with his mindset or how he woke up that morning or what was his thoughts or anything, because it could have been where his house was about to get taken or he probably got fired from work. It could have been so deep where he was like, look, I can't, I'm sick of it, I'm tired. Like, depression is serious. Yeah. Like, people go through so much depression and hurt and pain. It's like, and they don't talk about it. Yeah. They don't reach out, they don't go to no therapist, they don't go to a church or they go to a friend or anything. It's just that they just hold it in. And when you hold stuff in, it builds up. It builds up. And then possibly when you somewhere and you just like by yourself, you just thinking like, oh, what I'm gonna do? What I'm gonna do? What I'm gonna do? And your mind is racing, and sometimes it don't be positive things that you do. No. So no one, well, I don't know him, but probably like with him waking up that morning and his mindset was like, look, I want to end my life. I'm tired of this life. I'm just done with it.
Yeah. I'm going to elaborate a little bit on that. You know, a lot of people, they did judge the man and they say, oh, he was selfish. Stupid. What is going on? Why would he do that? Why would he take his daughter with him? When you're in if your state of mind is is so low, is in a place that is like there's no result. In a dark place. How do you deal with that? How do you live? You know, I always say that if somebody is going to commit suicide, they would not tell friends and family. Most of them. They will actually try to end their life. I actually say, what is the sign? How do you know? Can you stop it? How can you help? You know, we have the suicidal line that everybody, you know, can call, but this is a very emotional place, and not everybody called the suicidal line.
Nope.
So you can be with a family member and they can be going through anxiety, depression, stress, you know, like it's just so the silence killed. That's why the silence killer. Yes. And it's a hard place to be. So you can't have sympathy all day long and say, you know, you'll get over it, you know, or say that, you know, you just need help. Have empathy for people. I think I say that multiple times. Empathy is just being there, just showing up, you know, just, you know, try to talk, because you'll be surprised. Charlie, now you know me. I go to a perfect stranger and I talk, and sometimes, you know, people give me weird look
all the time,
but I talk because it's good to just smile and say, you know, how you doing today? What's going on? And a lot of times, you know, they be like, you know, I'm doing good. Before you know it, they might be telling you their lives. Opening up and trying to let you in. Right now, the world that we're living in, it's so hard to let people in because people are being judged. People are being criticized. People, pretty much everything's on social media now.
Everything.
You know, everything, and it makes it hard. And how do I vent? And a lot of times people vent on social media. I think that's the worst thing in the world.
To vent.
The reason why I say that, I mean, if you disagree, please let me know. The reason why I say that is because you might not get the care and understanding that you want people to know. People will judge you. People will say, you did, you know, she's putting her business out there, this and that. But that person actually could be like crying out for help and don't know how to seek it.
But it depends on how they vent on social media. Because there's so many ways people actually vent. To badmouth people, put people other business out. There's other ways, but I feel the fact that social media is not for that.
No, it's not. But the ones that's bad mouth for somebody, I always say that underneath all that is hurt.
Hurt people hurt.
Hurt people hurt people or hurt themselves. Okay? And, you know, I'll start with me. I've been through a situation that I was very depressed. And, see, this is a real strong topic. And if you're not ready for this, please, okay, turn it off. But I was in a place that suicidal did came to my mind. I was in a place that, and I have family, guys. I have a beautiful family that loves me and care for me. I have a mom and a dad and everything. But the place that I was, and I have my sister, they're like my road dogs. They're always there for me and everything. So how do I feel low when I have so many
these people
around you?
It's real out here.
It's called
depression.
And depression, I don't care if you're wealthy or you're poor or you're middle class, it will hit you. And depression to me is a spirit, because it gets you when you're alone. Mm-hmm. It gets you in a place where pretty much it back you against the wall, you know, and it's all in here.
That mind
have you going. It have you going. And I was in a place that I thought about it, you know, like, Mom and Dad, you guys, trust me, y'all didn't know, and I apologize, and I'm saying it now, because it was in a place that I was low. And, you know, some of my friends know, some of my sisters know and stuff, but I wanted to take my life. And it was hard. And it's hard to talk about it now because, you know, you're afraid to be judged. It's hard to talk about it now because, you know, people be like, oh my goodness, Larissa.
Why would you do that?
Out of all that, you?
Girl.
I'm human. I'm not perfect. You know, my life is not perfect. Every day, till this day, I struggle. And I encourage myself to live. You know, and that's why I stretch the issue of taking care of yourself, lifting yourself up, making yourself feel good. Because when you put others before yourself that you love and you care for, and they hurt you or damage you, you know, they call it damage good. I don't believe in, listen, nobody is damaged, okay? Everybody, guess what don't break you makes you stronger. You know what I mean? We fall down, but we don't stay down. We get up, and you be stronger than ever. You know, and I say that to say that I don't believe in damage good. I believe that you learn from your mistake and you grow. And nothing is a mistake. Everything is a life learned lesson. And you have to understand that. So wherever you're at right now, whatever you're going through, I need you to understand that you're not alone. You know, I've been there. It's hard.
Very.
But we're survivors. You know, somebody, I don't care if you are there or thought about it, you're a survivor and you can grow from it. And I'm bringing this topic up because I need you guys to understand that we're not perfect people. We're not even trying to be perfect, but we are strong people, and we have a greater power than us. You know, I always believe that God is our greater power, because when you feel like you have nothing to live for, you got to live for Him. I'm a firm believer that when you live for God, He shifts your life in a place that you never understand.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, I know, back to the suicidal. So Larissa explained how she did hers, and me, like, I was in a bad place, 2 years ago?
Yeah.
Like 2-3 years ago. And it was social media. A lot of things was being said, a lot of things were being put up. It was like so much, it was stress. And then like people always like, oh my God, the Charlie I know, she would have been said this, said that, but friends and family was like, don't even feed into it. Don't comment, don't say nothing. Leave it alone. Just leave it alone. But every day it was just hitting me. And it's like people talk about it, they send you this, they send you that, and you just sitting there, you feel hopeless. And then I was like, yo, like, I've been good to that person. I did what I need to do, but when it was time for me to let go, that's when shit hit the fans.
Yeah.
And lies was being told, lies was being spread, and then it hurt me because I confided in that person, and that person was supposed to be there for me. But things happen. So me being alone, pissed off, really didn't talk about it because I kept it in and I was hurt. So I wanted to end my life. And I was like, what's the purpose of living for? I'm like, I'm tired of every day is some bullshit. Every week is this. Every week is that. It was just annoying. And it was like, I'm just tired.
And you feel like it kind of backed you against the wall? Like,
yeah.
That's
because I felt hopeless. It's like, who had my back? And at that time, it's like, I wasn't reading my Bible. I wasn't praying. I wasn't doing none of that. So at that time, I called Larissa and I was like, look, this is what I have to do. Da, da, da. And she was saying, if you don't get off the phone and go to your mom's house and stop playing with me. I was like, no, I'm tired. Like, I just can't.
Listen, as a big sister, you got I had to tell you the truth.
I was like, I'm tired. She was like, no, you got kids to live for. I'm like, no, I'm taking them with me. She was like, go to your mom's house and stop playing.
Yeah.
I'm like, look, I know if I go and I leave my kids, nobody's not going to love them and nobody's not going to take care of them the way I take care of them. And she was like she was hurt. She was pissed off. And then I was like, I just can't. She was like, just go to your mom. She's like, please. She said, everything's going to be all right. Everything's going to be all right. I'm going to pray. So I was like, okay. I got up, went to my mom's house. I was crying. I was pissed off. I'm looking at my kids. And I was like, this can't be me. This can't be my life. It just can't be. And then I started going to church, praying, got saved.
I'm going to go back to what you said. When she told me she was about to take her kids and stuff, it just reminded me of that man that jumped. And we don't know where his state of mind is because maybe he was thinking the same thing. Mm-hmm. When somebody say that, I don't want you guys to judge them because they're in a place of no return. And suicide will take you there to a place of no return. And suicidal don't care if you have family. It doesn't care if you might hurt a loved one. It doesn't care if you hurt yourself. You guys have to understand what I'm talking about. Suicidal to me is a spirit that would take your life. And when my girlfriend Charlie was in that state of mind, I had anxiety and I was panicking because what can I say to her? What can I do? Because when you're in a place of no return, it's hard. And I know I had to be careful what I say to her because you just don't know. So I don't want you guys to judge because if you haven't been there, you cannot judge that person. That's a silence cry for help. That's a silence kill. And she loves her children.
Oh, that's believe.
Okay? She loves her children. But when suicide hinder you, can I say that?
Mm-hmm.
And it kind of suffocating you, and you feel like you can't breathe. You're no longer yourself
at all.
You're somebody else.
Something take over.
Something take over, and I call it a spirit because that's what it is. Something take over to make you feel like there's no way you can return from this. I'm sorry, go ahead. I just wanted to let people know because they need to understand
the root of it. Like it's hard. It's not nothing to play with. It's not like you don't judge because you don't know what people go through, or like it's hard out there. And there's like, I know a lot of people that's going through where bills is just piling up. Like they don't even know when the next meal gonna come.
Okay.
Or my kids are sick and I need medicine. They need medicine. It's like so much people go through so much. And it's like, even when people come to me like, yo, I'm just going through so much. I can't no more. I'm just right. No. Don't give up. First of all, pray. Call on Jesus. Like, just call.
You know, I would say that, you know, you listen, you say something and I have to elaborate on it again, because she say that we pretty much have to pray for one another. I don't care if you don't know that person. We are all going through one hurt or the other. It could be financial hurt. It could be physical hurt. It could be emotional hurt. It could be mental hurt. And we all have this mask on. Remember when I did the when I did about the mask? Because we're all hiding under something. I don't care who you are. Everybody can say, oh my God, I'm blessed. My life is blessed. What are you talking about? I'm good.
Really?
If you're a human being and you're living in this world that we have right now, it could, I don't care what you're going through. Everybody's going through something. And if you're not, God bless you. And I pray that you don't.
Let me have your life.
I pray that you don't. But I'm in my 30s. And I went through obstacles. I remember my childhood to college to my youth, being 20, until my 30s. So if nothing hit you, God bless you. But if you've ever been there, or you know somebody that is going through that now or been through that, please have empathy for that person, because it takes a lot for that person to put on this mask and go every day and act like everything is okay. And it's not. It's not. You know, I thank God for God, because listen, again, the one that don't understand God, I get it. I'm not trying to push my religion on you. I always say that because I need you to understand that it's beyond that. I love you beyond your culture, your religion, your race. I don't care, because you're still a living soul to me. You're still a living, breathing soul. And you go through something one way or the other, you know, I don't have to understand a hurt. You know, and I say that again. I don't have to understand your hurt, because when you're hurt, it feels like the world is against you. It feels like you're alone. What keep me going is me knowing God. What keep me going is me building a relationship with God. And I know everybody's not the same, and I'm not trying to, you know, want everybody to be like me. We're an individual as a whole, but that's what's keeping me going. When suicide came to my mind, depression, anxiety, stress came through my mind, that voice, it was it came through like my heart, and it was just like, you have to live. You have to know that your life is not your own, that it is my life. And I'm pushing you every day that you're waking up. I'm pushing you to be better. I'm pushing you to grow, to be this person that I want you to be. I feel blessed being here now, because if I'm not here, I don't know how. Now thinking about it, I have nephews and nieces that loves me dearly. I have brothers and sisters that loves me dearly. I have family. And even if I don't even have them, I have God. And He still loves me, and I know it, because not everybody have you know, a family that's like connected, but I want you to understand that you have your creator that loves you dearly. And even if you don't see him, you can feel him. Every time your heart beat, that's him. I believe that. I do. Every time your heart beat, that's him telling me, push.
Keep going.
Keep going. You can do this. You know? Is there anything else you want to say before we end it? Sorry, y'all. We drinking too. Sorry.
Well, I don't know. This is just a lot. This is a serious topic.
Yeah.
And hope whoever's watching this don't think that you're alone. Don't think that like you're just by yourself. Other people go through this. People think about it every day, and it's a struggle out here. It's hard. Life is not easy.
No.
But don't give up. Don't. Because in this world, in Trump, you don't give up. Don't give up.
Ain't gonna talk about that.
But for real, just know, like, we was talking about this for weeks.
Yes.
And we had the courage. We prayed.
Scared.
I was like, oh my God.
I was like, they about to judge us. They about to be like, oh my God, these girls.
It's a lot.
It's a lot. But we're human. And, you know, I always say that if I can help one person to say, you know what, I've been there and I'm going to live. I'm going to, you know, I'm going to try to live, take one day at a time and live, because you never know that hurt that person's going through. I'm going to go back to the question again, and I want to answer the question while I go. Mm-hmm. What is the sign? You would never know the sign.
At all.
Suicidal, you would never know the sign. You would never. Some people, you know, you might know depression, anxiety, but you would not know the sign, because somebody is ready to take their life. They would not tell you.
At all. Remember, they put that mask on and
mask
act
on,
like it's
living
normal.
every day. How do you know? You would never know. Didn't I say? You would never know.
At all.
Just answer my question. Can you stop it? Speak life into them. I don't care if it's, you know, because suicide against children. Mm-hmm. It doesn't. That's why I say it's a spirit. It doesn't care who it gets. You know, anybody can be a victim of it. So can you stop it? Speak life into them. Speak life into your children. Speak life into your friends. Speak life into you. You got to speak life into yourself. That's so important. How can you help? I just answered. Speak life. Speak life into each other. You know, I know that the world is chaotic. It's crazy. You know, more crime, more of everything.
Yeah. Even the kids, like you said, kids committing suicide. And why? Because of bullying. It could be problem at home. It could be their own self-image that they can't accept. And you have to speak life into these little ones. And you have to speak life into your family, your friends. And you have to speak life into yourself. Because I tell people all the time, I speak life into myself. You know I'm crazy. I could get there. But it's like I speak life into myself because I want people to understand that, listen, you know, you might see me as, she living her best life. I do, because I have to encourage myself that I have to live my best life. It's hard. It's really hard, because people are going to judge you, and people are going to talk about you. People are going to say whatever they have to say. So it's for me to say, no, I'm not receiving those energy. I have to receive, you know, a godly energy, you know, positivity energy. Again, guys, thank you guys again. We appreciate y'all. Charlie, thank you so much. Thank you.
I really think this girl right here, no, she's awesome. And I'm so thankful that you came on, you know, my channel, and you did this with me. But thank you guys again. Please subscribe, like, comment
below.
And yeah, I would love to hear what you guys had to say.
All right.
See ya.
Lala.